What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my budget for November. I really don't do a traditional budget. What I do is I track my spending, and I think it's really important if you're investing or just trying to save for the future that you track your spending, because you need to know where your money is going. And this is just a really simple sheet. I'll leave a link below. It's just a Google Doc spreadsheet where I track all of my expenses. You can see these here, and some of the ones that hit me hard, like let's just take a look in November. I'm not going to go over every single line item, as some of them are just boring, like going to McDonald's, things like that. I try not to go out to eat too much, just a couple times usually in the month, and just fast food maybe once a week. But the things that really hit me hard are, right now I'm renting a very expensive apartment month to month because I'm building a home, so this is very expensive. It does include trash pickup and water, but still it's outrageous. And we'll take a look at some other expenses that hit me hard for this week. Have a sick dog he seems to be doing a little bit better, but he's not out of the woods yet, and I had to drop about $3,000 this month in veterinary bills, and those are not over. So my expenses were unusually high for this month, over $6,500. And here's the problem with that is my income, my W-2 income, is about $1,000 less than that. But what really saves me for this month and other months too, when I go over in my spending, in this case I really couldn't help it because I had a sick dog. He had to go to the ER, have tests and things like that done. That's probably going to carry over into December. I'm sure December's going to be bad with Christmas as well and other expenses. But this is why it's really important to have either like a side hustle or some sources of non-W-2 income, or even a part-time job. So I'm tracking everything, like even interest from some small accounts. I do surveys online just to make a little bit extra money. Some people don't think it's worth the time. It doesn't pay a whole lot, but for me, I like it because I can do them at any time, and I can do it from home as well, and they add up over time when you do a few of them. And I'll leave a link below for Swagbucks. If you sign up for them, it'll help me out a little bit. But I also invest in dividend paying stocks, and if you look at my channel or if you subscribe, you'll see videos where I go over the stocks that I'm buying every week, every Monday morning, as well as all the dividends I receive for each month. So I've put those dividends in here as well. I also include the interest from a large savings account I have. You can see right there, and this is for the down payment of my home. Remember, I was talking about the high rents, and my home is pretty close to being built. It's supposed to be done February 1st. We'll see. I'm even tracking things like if I find a penny and pick it up. And here's more dividends in here. Here's more surveys, more dividends, surveys again, dividends. You can see here's nice dividend here, and more dividends, more surveys. Costco, that's actually a dividend. Usually you see this over on this side with expenses. Same with Starbucks as well. Dividends as well. Another whole penny found, but you can see there's another survey, and there's a big dividend. I get a monthly check from BST that pays me. It pays me more and more every month, because what I do is I reinvest those dividends back into those stocks. You can see that's a very nice one. So if I didn't have these other things going on, I would have had to go into savings and pull out $1,040, but you can see I still had a gap if you add in my non-W2 of this amount right here. So this month's kind of been a good news, bad news, and of course the good news is I had this non-W2 income, but I'll show you even more of that as well. But one thing I wanted to also show on the expense side is I don't have a car payment or other debt payments. I know student loans are just about everyone still has their student loan or is accumulating student loans. And in my case, I just got an associate's degree in computer science and paid for it as I went. And my work also reimbursed me for my tuition. So, and I just went to a community college. So, lucky for me, I didn't have any student loans at the end of that. And also, you don't see like a phone bill in here as well. I used to have an expensive AT&T mobile phone bill. It was like $100 a month, and I went with Mint Mobile, and it's with the taxes and all the fees, and it's about $20 a month for unlimited. I'll leave a link below if you use my link to sign up as well. It's just a great way to save money, and I live in a city, so I've had really good luck with it. If you live in a rural area, probably not a good idea to go with Mint, or if you do international calling, I've heard that Mint is not really a great solution. So the last thing I'll show is, since I went over my expenses, my non-W2 income, and you can just see in the pie chart, you can see where my little dog's vet expenses, really, that's what really crushed me. Usually it's the housing which contributes about half, and then it's going to go down, believe it or not, when my house is built, because I'm putting 40% down, and that's why that synchrony interest is so high. That's going to go away mostly after I do the down payment. I'll probably be getting about $200-ish with the leftover money I'll have after making that down payment. So I'm going to scroll down to another thing that I track, and I think everyone should be tracking this, and that is your net worth. Even though I had kind of a bad high expense month, this was very high. If we look at let's look at October, we'll see what my spending was there. See, not even $5,000 in October. We'll take a look at September real quick, just going back a couple months. Again, not even $5,000. So this November, this is unusual, and it's really because of my poor sick dog. But let's go back to the net worth. I have a Vanguard account where I have an IRA as well as a taxable brokerage account, and in that I mostly have like VTI in there and VXUS. Those are ETFs, and rather than picking individual stocks, it's just I use Vanguard for that. And I also have an M1 brokerage account where I have a taxable and also an IRA there. You can see the value of that. I just round up to the $100 mark is what I do at the end of the month in November. On November 30th, I took those and I put those in there. And T-Row, that's my 401k account with my current employer. I've only been with them for 3 years, otherwise that would be higher. That my prior 401ks are rolled into this. That's why this is so high. And then Synchrony, we can see that is $124,000 of that is waiting to be deployed for a down payment on the home. And then this is my pretty much my checking account with a little bit of savings at Capital One. And then I have an M1 taxable brokerage account, and that's what I do my videos on, where I show all of my dividends being received. I don't even go over the dividends that I receive within the Vanguard, the IRA with M1, or my 401k. But even the dividends just from this account are pretty significant. And you can see this is my total net worth right now. No liabilities at all. And then the change from October, so this is the good news. The bad news was my dog and the vet bills there and his health. I mean, that's the most important thing. But even with all that, my net worth went up by $107,250 despite that. So that's what I want to show you is what my expenses were and what my non-W2 income was and just kind of show you that gap in here. I think it's really important to track this. These videos are not nearly as popular as my dividend videos because I think people just like to see that passive income and see it building and see that snowball build. But if you don't have a gap, if you don't have this, then you've got nothing to invest. And I think by tracking your expenses, whether you do it in a note, on like a notebook, or whatever you use, whether it's an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc spreadsheet, and just list those out so you can see where your money is going. I think it's really important, no matter what your net worth is or no matter what your gap is. I think you need to do that just to keep your spending in check. So thanks everybody for sticking to the end. Please click the like button if you got value from this video, especially with this transparency that I'm showing everyone. So, and also subscribe to the channel so you can see my other videos for my dividends. And everyone, thanks again, and I hope everyone has a great week, and everybody take care.